Hello fight fans, Mr. Rickster here with another talk video from outside the corner of fans' perspective. Want to touch on who's going to be next for Anthony Joshua. A lot of speculation at the minute. In an interview yesterday, David Haye was interviewed by Seconds Out, where he said he had a phone call from Derek Chisora a week ago saying that Dillian Whyte was going to fail a drugs test. Now, if that's true, then Derek Chisora knows some high people up in the drug testing department. So David A is convinced that, Derek Chisora had the heads up and he's been in training since, because he's going to be the step-in for Anthony Joshua now. The thing for me with that is, it's an ideal opponent. He's more or less a sort of mirror image of Dillian Whyte in some ways within his fight with his fighting style. He likes to come forward, doesn't he? And he's a similar build to sort of Dillian Whyte. So it would be the ideal choice. And also, he's a pay-per-view fighter, isn't he? Because at the end of the day, this is going to be a pay-per-view event, so they need to try and find someone that is going to fit the bill, if you like. But I'm sure, there's other names. Obviously Hrgovic, he's fighting Dempsey McKean. Joshua could fight both of those. The only thing is with Hrgovic is, Joshua would need a training camp, really, a proper camp for Hrgovic. Whereas for someone like Dempsey McKean, you probably wouldn't need a camp. So obviously people wouldn't be too happy about Joshua fighting Dempsey McKean, though, especially the people who go into the O2 Arena. But they definitely would be happy with Anthony Joshua fighting Chisora, because them two Londoners at the end of the day, and the O2 is in London, so it sort of rectifies itself, doesn't it? Whether they'll fight each other, I don't know. As I say, them really good friends. From a business point of view, it would make good sense for Joshua, because Derek Chisora is under his 258 management team as well, so Anthony Joshua wouldn't only just be making money for fighting, but he'd also, his 258 management team would be taking a cut of the purse as well. So from a financial point of view, it'd work out absolutely perfect for Anthony Joshua if he fights Chisora. But the big question mark is, would they really go for it at each other? Now, according to David A and other boxers, like Spencer Oliver on TalkSport and that, he said he used to spar with his brother, and when I used to spar, we used to just go for it. And it's a bit like if you're having a football match. Even if you're playing against your friends, you want to win, don't you? So I suppose when you look at it at that perspective, a boxing match is no different. It's just business. It's just a sport. You're still just really good friends after it. So that's according to boxers, that's the way it goes. So if they step into the ring, they'll punch living daylights out of each other, and then they're best friends afterwards. So we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, with this news coming out about Dillian Whyte, it's caused a massive headache. But according to David Haye, as I say, it looks like Derek Chisora knew about it over a week ago or something. So the question is, did Anthony Joshua, did Eddie Hearn, and did more people know about it? Sort of, a week ago or so. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens over the next couple of days. There's options there with fighters that are already on the card. Even Andy Ruiz has said he'd fight him, but I can't see that one happening. They'll have a standing. There's bound to be somebody that they'd have had for a replacement case, just in case an injury would have occurred or something for Dillian Whyte before it, so I can't think off the top of my head who the potential fight was going to be. when they actually thought the Dillian White fight was a no-go. So, but there's going to be options, but they've got to be careful, because you saw what happened a few years ago when a light replacement come in, which was Andy Ruiz. And we all know what happened there. So they're not going to want anyone too dangerous, I wouldn't have thought. I mean, if it was me, if I was AJ, I wouldn't fight at all. I'd literally just be thinking about the Saudi Arabia fight, which is the early part of next year now, not December. So I'd be looking at Deontay Wilder. I'd just be looking and training for Deontay Wilder, I think, especially what happened for a light replacement last time. So, I mean, there is names out there. It's very short notice. So, as I say, unless they've got somebody that has already been preparing as a stand-in, they need to be careful who they pick. So, I mean, would Dempsey McKean fancy it? Yeah. Would Hrgovic fancy it? Yeah. It's the right time to try and take Joshua, isn't it? So, but as I say, Chisora is the perfect choice. But if I was Joshua, I probably wouldn't fight at all. But that's just me. So, but I'm sure Joshua's going to be eager to probably get out and put a show on for the fans. And as I say, if it's going to be a show for the fans, it needs to be Chisora, really, especially because it's pay-per-view on DAZN as well. So, but I'm sure Eddie Hearn's been having a lot of conversations over the last 24 hours, and I suppose we're going to hear something, definitely hear something over the next 48 hours, I'd have thought. So we'll have to wait and see. So that's all from me for now, guys. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and put your comments below, and I'll catch you all on the next one when we'll be ducking and diving, bobbing and a weaving. Ciao for now.